Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Hollow Knight Steel Soul playthrough. When we last left off, we beat Pantheon of the Night, and that was like 3 months ago because I have not been playing. Obviously if you look at upload dates you'll notice, but I think most people hopefully will be watching this in the distant future where all the videos are already up. Oh yeah, I forgot, we haven't even done this animation yet. So, I'll let that play for a minute. Yeah, so I was thinking of doing Path of Pain before this, but I've decided that it's just not reasonable. Let's see, no, I think we have to go through the middle. It's crazy how hidden this is. I actually genuinely forgot. Let's go on this side though, because we can open up a shortcut, and that'll be. I guess it won't really matter because we're going to be doing this as our last thing. But anyway, as I was saying, sorry, getting sidetracked. I was thinking of doing Path of Pain. I don't think my hands can handle it. I've got some problems with my wrists and nerves. And Path of Pain was generally, I remember when I first completed it, it was kind of hard on me. So I think for now, at least, I'm going to spare myself that. But I feel pretty confident doing Pantheon 5 for the most part. So I think we're just going to do that, and we'll finish off the series that way for now. I might come back later and finish Path of Pain if I feel like it, so that'll be like a bonus episode, but for now this is the finale. So Pantheon 5, we're going to be using my old build that I used to use when I first did Pantheons back in the day, and I think I did this for the other Pantheons, I can't remember, because again it's been like 3 months since those videos came out now. But yeah, so Mark of Pride, Quick Slash, Strength, and Heart, I think it's a pretty strong build. If you're a better player, you can make more use of using Shaman Stone, but for now I'm just going to go for a nail victory because it's really scary. And this is what I'm used to, of, like, as far as like stagger timings, so let's do it. I feel pretty good about just about every boss except for Pure Vessel and the final boss, of course, which I'm not going to spoil unless you already know it, of course. But I remember in episode 4 we did almost lose to Pure Vessel, and it was really scary. This fight's really annoying. It's not really hard, it's just slow. Also, apologies if the commentary starts to fall apart here and there. I'm probably going to be focusing, especially in the latter half, and I'll just kind of stop talking as I do. But I'm hoping I can kind of calm myself down by talking, because I won't lie, I'm a little nervous. Because back in like 2021, I had pretty much 100% boss that's at the end of this Pantheon consistency. But I've definitely fallen from that because I haven't been playing nearly as much since a lot of my nerve problems have happened. Yeah, that was funny. I didn't mean to Descending Dark there. Fun fact, you can actually leave him here after the 3rd stagger and just keep dream nailing him for mana, or soul. And while that's not really important for this phase, when you have to fight him as failed champion, it's extremely important because that's right before Hammer King Grim, I believe. Or I could be wrong, wait. No, I think it is. Yeah, I think it's right before Nightmare Kingdom. So just, especially if you struggle against Nightmare King, which I know a lot of people do, using that trick is very helpful. Obviously, Moss Charger here, hardest boss in the game. Nice. Where's Silk Song? Tell me. Uliakt cactus. That sounds like she says cactus, I swear. Mischief beyond mischief. We cannot escape thee, even in this highest, most distant of pantheons. O wielder of nail, O eater of soul. Are thee a messenger of the gods, or something stranger? We will not defy thee. Continue thy combat. We shall be listening closely. Nahada biskalakt. Continue thy combat, O stranger. Continue thy ritual. We shall be listening closely. Okay, I think it's the same for all. Alright. I like that she starts to actually, like, kind of respect you there. Sort of. So I'm going to try to be patient during this Pantheon. I'm going to try to play like really conservatively the best I can, because I don't want to bungle this all up. Just want to do my best to keep as calm as possible, even if most of these bosses aren't hard at all. I just think it'd be better if I can keep my heart rate down, because near the end is where it gets really dicey. Obviously I say patient, but not for this fight. Like, just going all out kind of works better than doing anything else. Because he's very weak to Descending Dark. Also, one thing that's fun to notice, the crowds in the background kind of become less and less the farther we get. Like, obviously it'll stay the same for a long time here, but eventually it'll be almost none until it's just the single Godseeker. Actually, I can't remember if it just sharply falls off or if it's gradual. I actually don't remember. So pay attention to the background. We'll see. It'll be a learning experience for both of us, because I haven't done this in a while. Oh, we didn't get Tiso. What the fuck? Okay, so normally Tiso's there. I guess we forgot to talk to him, maybe? I don't know. Maybe we probably have to find his corpse. Yeah, normally you can find Tiso there and it like does a fake out boss. It's really funny. That's a shame. I just couldn't remember if we met the requirements for it or not. Alright, Oromato here. Not a hard fight in my opinion. I think it's harder than Sheo though, for sure. You can Dream Heal here for the double essence. Basically full heal, or full essence fill. I definitely think this fight can be hard to learn, but once you kind of get it down, it's really easy, in my opinion. Oops. Obviously still easy to take a couple hits here and there though, if you're playing a little loose. Oh, sorry, I thought that was Oro. As you can see, my playstyle has shifted to spell focus whenever I can. But like I said, I'm just using the build I used to use back in like 2021, just because I'm used to the staggers and I'd like to keep myself as calm as possible. I basically already said that word for word. I'm just not sure what I can talk about, so I'm just trying to think of things to say. Another thing, if you struggle with this Pantheon, you can complete bindings on the easier Pantheons, and once you complete 8 bindings, you unlock a room over to this side. It gives you lifeblood, and you get lifeblood in every single one of these rooms, so can be helpful. I wanted to try to do it without getting lifeblood in this run, of course, just because time save, and also just because I don't think I need it. Kind of try to abyss shoot him once he puts out his swords so I can get a bunch of free damage on him. I guess that's what I'll talk about. I'll try to talk about strategies that I use for certain bosses if I think it's interesting to talk about. Like this one, it's not really. All that, you just kind of hit him. You jump over the laser, which I didn't jump over the one laser he shot because there was a bunch of lasers from the sky, and I just, you know how it is. I forgot how slow Soul Master feels compared to Soul Tyrant. It's been a while since we fought the regular one. Look away if you have epilepsy. Gosh, it even bothers my eyes. I'm totally fine. See if I can get hitless of Blobbles. That's something I always try to do now because I think it's fun. It's a really difficult fight to hitless. I think this is one of the last fights I actually radianted in the Hollow Gods. One of, and there's the hit. That is okay. Generally staying away from them and then going in for strike whenever they calm down. You can kill them at the same time, but it's really, really hard, so I don't even really try to usually. And then this one, again, just let him do the big thing. I usually go in for dash slash, dash away, and then you just kind of whittle them down slowly. And that usually works for me. If you're going for a radiant kill, of course. Otherwise, you can just kind of face tank them if you really need to. And that's usually where I'd die. Or get hit if it's a radiant. It can take a lot of practice to radiant this. It's also kind of RNG a little bit too, but I definitely think you can get really consistent at it if you do it enough. Anyway, I'm just gonna stop that. Let's just kill it. Alright, Mantis Lords. One of my favorite fights in the game, one of my favorite songs in the game. All around just the best. What? So it's actually the Sisters of Battle, which is all three of them. I love that they kind of fake you out with the other music first. So this is also one of my favorite fights in the game, in addition to Mantis Lords. I think this is extremely fun. I mean, obviously, it's just Mantis Lords plus one, but... It definitely has like an almost dance-like feel to it once you go fast enough. And once you kill the first one, basically just regular Mantis Lords, although with sometimes some awkward gaps between where the third one is supposed to strike. Like right here. I believe that was hitless. Can't remember though. I think it was hitless. I try to be consistent as possible with Mantis Lords because I find them so fun. It's just a very learnable fight. Alright, and this is one that I believe is very inconsistent, as you just saw there. Very hard to do this hitless all the time. With the Ascended Arena here, where it's really small, I try to hit to the right here and just kind of be a little bit in the left middle, sort of. Also, that's one thing else to mention. In Pantheon 5, every arena is the Ascended Arena, so if you were to fight them in Hall of Gods, they always have like a harder arena. Or they don't always have a harder arena, but sometimes they do. And if they do have a harder arena, they will be the harder arena version. Sorry, that's a hiccup. Otherwise, it'll obviously just be the regular arena if no harder arena exists. And for some of them, it makes the fight much, much harder. And of course, as you saw with Sisters of Battle, sometimes it's just that instead, where it's just an entirely different fight based on the original fight. It's still generally the same thing, just harder. Galleon, I just kind of go for him. If you're not going for hitless, this fight's not that hard. Hitless, it can be annoying. You just kind of want to dash back and forth around the scythe. It's kind of weird. But otherwise, super easy fight. When you're as fully maxed out on everything as it can be. Which we are, so. I think Sheo's an easy fight, but I think it's an extremely well-designed fight. In how he telegraphs all of his movements with the colors. But unfortunately, I also think it makes him extremely easy because, like, you don't have to learn the telegraphs by animation. It's literally just what color is his brush. Except for the jump, you know that one's the red, but you don't really see it. So yeah, he's very learnable, I think. Very easy, generally. Sometimes he can kind of get you stuck here in a corner, but he kind of, yeah, sits back that way like that. So as long as you're not overextending and like trying to go in for more damage than you should, I think he's extremely easy to hitless, as we just did there. Obviously don't feel bad if you can't do it for a while, because everything comes with practice, especially fights in this game. You always get more consistent at them the more you do them. And same with Hive Knight. I think Hive Knight's really fun. There's some random, yeah, and she attacks really quick, or he, I can't remember. And then those, yeah, the spike bombs are kind of hard to dodge sometimes. And then sometimes if you're a little close, you get hit really easily on the slashes there. I'm actually getting kind of wrecked. Also, the bees coming down here. Okay, they didn't come down. We killed Hive Knight a little too quickly, but usually the bees come down and annoy you, and they're really annoying to heal through. In fact, I usually just don't recommend healing through at all. Elder Who, extremely easy fight. When you have Shadow Dash, especially, because you can just Shadow Dash. So, probably one of the easiest dream fights in my opinion, and I just took a hit because I'm not even trying. But, shouldn't even need to take that hit. Collector actually really difficult in this Ascended arena because all of the minions he spawns are larger or better versions of them from either Colosseum or other things. Like that was a primal last bit. However, we have the Pure Nail with Unbreakable Strength on, or Breakable Strength actually, we never upgraded it, but it doesn't matter. Which means we can kill every single minion in one hit with our nail, making this fight almost not even a problem. Like, it's super easy. Yeah, easy. This is one where I really like having strength equipped for the fight, and if you're going for a Radiant kill, you should definitely do that. Okay, God Tamer, always focus the God over the Tamer, best you can, of course, because when you kill the God, the Tamer dies instantly. Oh my god, I dashed the wrong way, but I'm luckily dodged my iframe there. And there we go. Pretty smooth fight. That was crazy. I have to go back and watch that. He genuinely left my hitbox like the second the iframe ran out. It's Dreaming dialogue. Yeah. Also, he bows to Godseeker, not you. Oop, ow. I just got greedy there. Definitely swipe a few fireball hits on that attack. I'll grab a heal here. Why not? I actually sometimes find this fight slightly harder than NKG, but not for the reasons you'd think. And it's just because I'm so used to the speed of NKG and the slight subtle differences in the attacks that sometimes I find myself trying to dodge it the NKG way. This attack right here is especially one where I sometimes try to do it the other way through muscle memory and then I just fuck it up, so kind of a weird side effect of learning the really hard version of the boss. Luckily though, with just single damage it's not that hard to fight. Again, once you're up to this power level. I'm not saying it's not going to be hard for everyone, because it definitely is hard, and I struggled a lot the first time, so don't feel bad if you are struggling with this boss currently, because I did too. Let's get full soul here, why not? Let's get all the dialogue. Dom Fararo. Alright, Watcher Knights. I think best advice for this one, use your Desolate Die of Descending Dark, whatever you have. The best, or like learn how to use it really well, because you're going to have to use it a lot of the time. Like that. And also just dash away from the slashes, like don't go for parries, it's usually not worth it on this one. There are some fights where you can kind of time parries really easily, but this one it's annoying. So I just kind of dash away. Bam. I think we actually hitless to that. I believe. Yeah. Very nice. Very clean Watcher Knight fight. It's harder to Radiant than it is to hitless, because Radiant they have more health, so don't worry, it's not that easy. Light for Monomon. Umu no longer has a floor, so you can take damage and hit the floor. I think that's the only change, right? And then of course you have to hit the Umas into him. But that's in the other Pantheon, so it's not any different. Ah! Didn't quite hit it there. Boing! Got kind of in a bad spot there, that's my bad. Alright, not too bad. That fight can be really annoying though. So again, don't feel bad if you struggle with it. What's this? Oh look, it's Hornet. This is another Pantheon 5 exclusive fight. Nosk is replaced with Flying Nosk. Or Winged Nosk is actually the actual name. It basically feels like a slightly different version of the Vengefly King. Oh, fuck. Just slightly different AI, slightly different attacks, but not really that much different. It shoots this stuff and then does this swipe. I actually think this fight's easier than Nosk, generally. At least when Nosk doesn't have a center platform like on Ascended mode. And the Sky ones just look up and then dodge to the side if you need. Okay, generally just don't be greedy with damage and you can get through the fight super easy. I've been greedy with damage. I've tried to go for hits I probably shouldn't have. So I'm just going to slow down. About 30 minutes in, I think, now? Maybe? 20 minutes? I don't know. Alright, Sly rematch. I'm not sure what to say about Sly. You just kind of have to get a feel for it. It's another one of those don't be greedy, don't go in for damage when you can't fights. But like every attack has like timing windows when you should be attacking him. After that, like regular double slash, you can kind of dash forward under him and then hit him. There you can usually heal, I just didn't feel like it. Probably should have though. Avoid his charge slash, does double damage. I think dash slash does too, I don't remember. Of course, Cyclone you can kind of pogo on top of it, but be careful. Let's get some heal here. You can always get 2 heals before that, never 3. And this one, you wait for him to get close to you, and then you dash away, and then you can usually come back and get 1 hit. You can also charge slash for the hit if you want, because he is kind of like this. Like that. That can be a better way to deal damage, actually. And it's usually the way I do it, actually, so there you go. Not too bad a fight. Put your nail at the thing. Oops, I accidentally died away from him, my bad. Alright, Hornet 2. It's Hornet but faster, I don't know. It's definitely just like a practice it one, I think. She's fast, but like you can match her speed with some practice. Obviously heal when you need to. Like don't be a hero, don't try to do it hitless. Unless you're trying to do it hitless, then good luck. But I'm just saying like in a Pantheon. Also unless you're trying to do hitless Pantheon, but if you're doing hitless Pantheon, you probably aren't watching this video. Unless it's for leisure, in which case I appreciate it. Thank you for finding my content interesting, because I don't think it's interesting. Maybe it is, I don't know. I've been told I have a soothing voice, which I appreciate. Whether or not it is right now. Usually I try to put on like a slightly more like different voice maybe, I don't know. And it kind of slowly morphs into something else as I go. But I think we're doing okay. Alright, beginning of the Pantheon 4 bosses. I have Enraged Guardian here, double damage, so be a little careful. We'll go down quickly with a quick slash pure nail with strength. Lost Kin, be careful about healing because he will constantly summon the little orange dudes that will try to get you when you try to heal. And you can sometimes lose more damage than you tried to heal for. Also, it's a very long fight with a lot of staggers, so be wary. Here I'm not going to go for heal because I didn't think it was a good window for it. Let's see if I can get a heal window where I think it's a good time to heal. Ah, why did I dash that way? That was dumb. See, I can't quite do it there. That guy was too close. And that's what makes the fight hard, is healing can be difficult. And sometimes he just jumps on you. It's kind of hard to see coming. I haven't done this fight for so long, I'm actually kind of struggling here. That's not good. There goes that. Obviously you can heal after the fight too, so not too bad, but you do have to be careful. We have, oh, we have, no eyes here, sorry. I was going to say, Trader Lord, but it's no eyes. This fight is much harder than the normal no eyes, because the arena is all wonky. There's no safe spot, everywhere is dangerous. So just kind of be more aware of your surroundings, don't worry too much about damage. And just be slow. I'm going to try to conserve my soul the best I can, actually. So I have plenty of it available for later. I feel like she has so much freaking health. Or maybe it's just because I'm never attacking, but yeah. There we go. I think only one hit there, not too bad. Or two if I healed one, I genuinely can't remember. I'm not focused on if I'm healing or not. Alright, Trader Lord. Not a super complex fight, but a very dangerous one because double damage is never easy. Find a rhythm and kind of stick to it the best you can. He'll try to interrupt it with this, and that's usually what fucks you up. He doesn't do the orange wheel attack unless you go far away from him, I believe, but I'm not sure. I've done that one hitless, hitless, spellless, dashless before. I have an older video of it, but it's really hard and kind of RNG based to do that. You have to stay really close to him. White Defender, I really bungled, I remember, in my original fight of him on this series. So I'm going to try to do better here. Don't be too close to him when he's throwing the balls there. You can juggle him there, but it's not really worth doing. And then you want to iframe that or dash through it. My bad, I tried to Deathscar dive there, shouldn't have. You know, a lot of reflexes to dodge his, like, Awakas, is what I call them. This streak does kill those, so you can not even worry about dodging if you want to. There we go, not too bad. So far I don't think we've taken more than like 5 damage in the fight. Have we? I don't remember. But again, that extra health just makes you feel good. Doesn't look like I'm about to die. I think giving yourself calm nerves can really help make fights easier. Why does she frustrate us? Ah! Sorry, I didn't realize there was a third dialogue there. That was my bad. I guess I could have talked again. Yeah, whatever. Alright, Soul Tyrant. So now the fight's fast. Don't go for hits on that attack. Try to, usually one hit is fine. Because you tend to hit yourself on the weird rectangle shape of balls. So yeah, just do that usually. I try not to be greedy on that attack because it's really awkward to dodge sometimes if you go for attacks as well. See, that was like stupid of me. Ah! Slight misplay. Ah! Why did I do that? Gosh. You can always get a heal there usually. This is definitely not my best Soul Tyrant fight. I used to be much better at this fight. Alright, so for this I try to jump and then dash the opposite way each time. So I go that way, then I go that way, then I go that way. And the jump keeps you away from the blast. There we go. He's on the floor, he's a little easier to hit, but a little harder to dodge. His little incoming ball attacks. Alright, now we have Markoth. Probably one of the hardest fights in the game, in my opinion. With this arena, that is. So once he doesn't have a floor, it becomes much harder to hit him. He's in general just a really fucking annoying boss. Lots of bad memories against this guy. He was the second to last boss I radianted, and it took me, I think, over like 150 attempts that were actually recorded. It was a really unfun experience, I remember.
Bill, mine.
I sometimes try to use nail arts to get damage without taking damage or getting too close. But generally, I don't think I'm very good at this fight, so I'm not going to act like I'm an expert on it. Truthfully, I'm not an expert on like any of the fights. I'm just okay at them by like general human standards, because I know there are a lot of crazy people online that are very good at the game. It can also be a good idea to just like take a moment to heal during this attack where you have time. Okay, now we are to double shield. This is where shit becomes fucking stupid.
Mine.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing, making this boss so ridiculously hard. Especially for a Dream Warrior, I think it's really funny, because most of the Dream Warriors are really not that bad. But I guess he's not that hard when he has a floor. I don't know. Yeah, fuck you, Markov. That's one of the only fights I generally fear in this. My queen, I do it all for you. Invincible, fearless, sensual, mysterious, enchanting, vigorous, diligent, overwhelming, gorgeous, passionate, horrifying, beautiful, great, powerful, great Prince Zoe. If you have strength and pure nail, you can kill these guys in one hit. The little Zolings, that is. Get heals when you can. I like to kill those with a fireball. I like to pogo here to some damage. Also, you can jump over those big shockwaves with a single jump. Don't be fooled into using your double jump if you don't need it. Unless you want to, of course, but I generally think it makes my timing worse. I gotta be careful of these. Yeah, Zote's strength is his inconsistency and his like patterns and movement. They're very sporadic like that. But overall, not too bad. But he is definitely one of the hardest bosses in the game, in my opinion. All right, and now we have our failed champion. If he dashes away, he's about to do some shockwaves, and then he'll jump at you. Fuck. I'm gonna shut up for a minute. Let me focus. Alright. Luckily, you can get a heal here. Hit him once, reset his stagger timer. Usually want to try and get a missile streak there, but it's fine. I'm just gonna focus again. This is a fight where if it goes bad very quickly, so you have to be very careful. There we go, that's what I meant. Try to get as much damage as you can before he does his thing, so that he'll be easier to knock into his next stagger, so it'll be less dangerous for you. And this is where we can get as much soul as we need, which is actually only 2 hits worth, so not that much, but that's okay. Alright, getting to the big boy bosses now. I mean, these are basically the big boy bosses, but yeah, I love it when the thing falls slowly. It's really funny. I'm very sad it doesn't give him his music here. This music just doesn't go nearly as hard. Actually, I'm gonna heal. I'm not gonna be a show off there. Alright, not too bad. One hit. After you get hit like 3 times in a row, that's when the fight starts to kill you. So you have to be really consistent. Alright, down to our last 2 here. Before we begin, I just wanted to say thank you everyone for watching, especially if you've watched every episode up to this point. I know there are people who have, so I really appreciate it. Let me kind of do this just for fun, just a nice little series for me to try out. I might do more videos in the future, obviously for other games, but I'm not sure, you know. This is going to be something I do if I feel like it. Whether or not I succeed here, I hope you've enjoyed the series. Let's go ahead and go. Even long departed, we feel the afterglow of the god power that sat this throne, whatever. It lays heavy upon this kingdom. That lingering power alone was beacon enough to draw us to Hallownest. How bright it must have been to mortal bugs stood before it. The god so strong, yet erased so completely. How could it happen? God King, you reduced your form to match our meager shells, but why shed so majestic a hold? Surely your true immensity could have inspired devotion all the more. It's so badass. It's so cool. Hello, brother. Alright, there we go. Okay, you get a full heal after this fight, so do not worry about panic healing. I had about 3 health missing, I think, so this will prove it. So yeah, save your soul. Have a full soul meter the best you can. A little nervous, so this fight's kind of hard. A little inconsistent, so a lot of RNG into it. This is Absolute Radiance. You can Shadow Dash into those sun ball things to destroy them. But only Shadow Dashes, obviously. Also, those floor spikes only do 1 damage versus 2 damage. Obviously, still don't hit them, but also you can actually Desolate Dive into them, or Descending Dark. And they will temporarily destroy themselves. Sometimes it can be better to just kind of wait to do anything, like I'm doing here. Alright, I think that was a hitless first phase, so I feel pretty good about that. Doesn't mean anything though, you can still die very quickly at any phase in this fight. Obviously, it's mostly just Radiance, like you've seen before. It's very fast, and all the attacks are either doubled or just harder. Okay. This is where it gets dicey. I find generally it's not a good idea to chase her. You just kind of want to wait her out sometimes. Every single fight of this goes differently, so you just kind of have to roll with the punches. I think that's what makes it such a hard fight. Because while with NKG or Pure Vessel you can become 100% consistent at it if you're good enough, this fight is very much an RNG. Luck of the draw sometimes. Third beam there, you can heal twice usually consistently. Ah, damn it. It's gotcha. She is ascending, and so shall we. Ah. Fuck. That is Pantheon 5. My heart is racing. Alright, I'll shut up now. Alright, and that is Hollow Knight. For the most part. I haven't done Pantheon. I haven't done Path of Pain on video yet here. I might come back to it later. But that is, for the most part, the entire game. Completed on Steel Soul without dying. Very hard to do. I got really nervous a couple times. But I'm pretty proud of myself. I've never done this before successfully all the way. The farthest I've gotten was, I think I got like 109%, and then I kind of got nervous and didn't do anymore. But this is, I would consider a true Steel Soul completion run, because Path of Pain is extremely optional, but I might come back later and do it. As far as Pantheon bindings, I just don't really feel like doing them, but they aren't, Pantheon stuff isn't technically under the rules of Steel Soul either, so it's not a big deal. Like, I could go back and do it, and if I die, then technically it doesn't actually count as losing Steel Soul. But I think it's really cool to do like the regular parts of the game all the way to 112%, Pantheon 5 ending without dying. I think that's what's fun to try, and that's what we did. I'm pretty proud of myself. Again, like I said before, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed yourself along the way. Stay tuned for any other series I might make in the future, and maybe the Path of Pain as well. I don't know if I'll make more Hollow Knight videos. Hopefully, maybe I will. Maybe I'll try like modded stuff, and I'll probably do a playthrough of Silksong when that comes out. But I probably won't do it when it comes out. I'm gonna take my time and play it like the real way, very slowly, and just explore it myself. And once I've fully 100% completed it, or whatever final percentage they give it, like 112, etc., that's when I might do a series for it. But for now, probably going to be taking a break, like I already did. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Just let it get to the results screen here, and then we'll end it, I think. We'll meet again soon with a new challenge for you. Silksong win. Let's look at our stats actually here. 12 hour, 43 minute, 25 seconds. Not bad for 112%. Pantheon 5 ending, honestly. On Steel Sill too. Although I guess not dying does save time. And there is the main menu once more. Move the mouse out of the way there. Alright, see ya everybody.